Bam! This is Brand Anthony McDonald, the world's fastest Centenarian, and iWriteCode. I appreciate y'all checking in with me this morning and y'all patience. Having a good time. Got my warm up in. Got that off the NASM Edge app. Go ahead and sign up and download that. You got plenty of workouts and programs for you. What else we got going on today? Let me go ahead and send that good morning text out to the chat. Doing today? How are you doing today? What's on your agenda? What are you working on for your Centenarian journey? All right, let's go. I got quite a bit on my agenda today. Got a let's see. World's fastest Centenarian. We've got longevity stuff, multilingual, tech, and music as always. As you all probably know, for January, where's it at? See if I can. What is the thing that I'm looking for? Oh, it's in the background. There it is. So January started strong, right? Breaking things down into parts. February, focus on building consistency, planning, removing decision fatigue. That's what planning does for us. And with March, we focus on the basics, focus on form, focus on movement. Let's go back to January. For January, we had body weight squats as our exercise, forward folds, standing forward folds for our stretch. Focus on nutrient-dense foods, whole foods for energy in January, and activity, 10 to 15 minutes a day of active, not so much active, but intentional movement, right? There's a difference between being active and exercising. So 10 to 15 minutes of intentional exercise and movement, and to try a new recipe every week, something that's nutrient dense, whole foods. February, what do we focus on for February? Our push-ups was our exercise. Do them how you need, whether it's on knees or the full push-ups. Child's pose was our stretch for February. And our fitness insight was consistency builds habits. Nutrition insight was nutrition planning. That goes back to building consistency. Planning removes decision fatigue. And the activity is to set a workout schedule, right? Make the decision beforehand. That way you don't got to think about it, trying to figure out what you're going to do or how you're going to do it. And now that we are in March, focus on the basics. We got a few things under our belt. So let's work on perfecting those things, or not so much perfecting, but improving our focus, improving our form, improving our movement patterns. Our exercise for March is the plank. Start at 20 seconds and work your way up. Add 5 seconds a week until you get to a point where you may plateau. And then maybe you start working on a different exercise. I had to take a drink of my smoothie. Our stretch for March is a cat-cow stretch, which is great for your spine, improves spine flexibility, and prepares you for safe movement patterns. You want to get that in early. And our fitness insight, again, master form for long-term progress. Go slow, and build up your form, your strong foundation. Nutritional insight, hydration is vital for physical performance, digestion, and mental clarity. Everything needs a little bit of water into it. Activities, watch YouTube videos of people doing exercises that you want to improve on. I like to watch Juice and Toya and Bob and Brad, the most famous physical therapists on the internet. And I'll get back to you later on today for our insight reflection questions of the day. So today's Thursday, Collaboration Thursday is what it is. And I am collaborating with the school district near me. Been participating as a substitute teacher and not so much doing the sole role by myself, being one teacher in the room. I like to choose the instructional assistants. I believe a classroom thrives when there's more than one adult in the classroom. So I try to be that extra hand, that extra mind, that extra brain in the classroom to help out. So let's see what we got going on next. Our tech tool insight of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all one of my favorite tools lately. It's called Notebook LM. It's a tool that is made by Google. I got it as part of my let's see. It's a few of the things that I have. They're not showing them yet. Okay, I'll show y'all this one. So what this does is a large a large language model, and think of it like your own personal RAG, regenerative augmented generation. So you give it a link, you give it a PDF document, you can give it a link to a YouTube page. So this is where you add your sources. I gave it the link to a blog post about the power of ginger, turmeric, and blueberries and making tea. I've been making tea lately. About 2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 tablespoons or teaspoons of turmeric, and about 30 grams of mixed berries. It includes blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. And did I say blueberries? Yeah, blueberries are in there too. With a little bit of pepper to help to activate the turmeric. And I added the blueberries because I don't know if you've had turmeric or ginger, but it's spicy and it's strong when it's in the tea, especially when you add the black pepper. And adding the blueberries was wild because it just leveled all that out. Like depending on how much blueberries you add or how much mixed berries you add, you may still get a little hint of the heat or the spiciness, but it definitely makes it easier to consume. And so what I did is I added a source like here. So you can add something from your Google Drive, you can add a link, or you can paste in text. And what it then does is allows you to chat with it. So tell me about the impact berries have on the tea. All right. And it pulls exactly from the source and it tells you where in the source it found it, which is great. So it minimizes the hallucinations, which is great because AI is like a child in a sense. Well, it'll give you an answer. It may not be the right answer, but it will give you an answer. So that's one thing that I do love about this is that it can minimize the hallucinations. You can click these buttons to get a study guide directly from the document. Name 3 ingredients. So it gives you questions and then they give you the answers later on so you can quiz yourself. Gives you glossary terms, anti-inflammatory, a property that helps reduce inflammation, right? You can get a brief doc, a timeline on it, if timeline is relevant for this. And then you can create a impromptu podcast episode based on the source. They have 2 AI voices, and once you hear this, you'll probably think that you've heard these voices before, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and because I don't think you can hear the audio on this. So let me remove this share real quick, and then I'm gonna add it back as a tab so that you can hear it. All right, let's put it back on the screen. And now I'll let you hear what he's.
Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today we are looking into what I think you'll find to be a really, really interesting topic. Ginger, turmeric, and blackberries.
Interesting combo.
Yeah, it is. And what's really interesting is that we found this in this blog post on the Botanist and Barrel Cidery and Winery website, and they were talking about these as kind of a power trio for wellness.
Mhm.
So check this out. You can actually jump into it with this interactive mode. I haven't used it yet, but let's go ahead and give it a shot.
And, they obviously have one of their ciders that's called Forbidden Root that features all of these.
Right.
So I think it'll be
Tell me more about Forbidden Root. What's going on with it?
Welcome back, everyone. Hey there. Want to share your thoughts on this?
Yes, I would. I want to know more about forbidden fruit or the forbidden root.
Well, that's a fun little twist.
It is.
You're curious about back to our listener. What's up?
Yeah, my bad. Tell me about the forbidden root. I didn't mean to hit the button again.
Oh, no worries at all.
Happens to the best of us.
You want to hear more about the cider Forbidden Root specifically?
Gotcha. Well, while the blog post we're looking at today really dives into the amazing benefits of ginger, turmeric, and blackberries.
Which are the stars of that particular cider?
The name itself, Forbidden Root, is super intriguing, right? It makes you think of something a little bit special.
Almost like there's a secret to these natural ingredients.
Exactly. And it connects to what we were saying about these things not being new. People have known about them for ages.
So maybe forbidden in the sense of forgotten knowledge.
Ooh, I like that. So in the Forbidden Root cider, you're getting all these fantastic things we're about to talk about.
It's like they've taken these powerful natural elements
And bottled them. Oh, yeah. Go on.
Oh yeah. I appreciate you all making time to do this, but I have to go. So let's go ahead and wrap this up if you can within like 10 seconds, and then I'll check back in with you later.
Absolutely. We can definitely do that for you.
Thanks so much for letting us know.
So in a super quick nutshell,
Ginger is a soothing superroot, great for digestion.
turmeric is the golden elixir with powerful antioxidants.
And blackberries are nature's antioxidant-rich gems.
All three together are a fantastic combination.
And they're all in the Forbidden Root cider.
We hope you can check back in with us soon.
We really appreciate you joining us today.
Until next time.
All right. So that's a little bit about one of my favorite tools at the moment. So there we go. What are we going to do next? Oh, next is our language learning. So as you all know who have been following, I have been teaching myself Spanish and French by learning one sentence a day. Yesterday, I believe the verb was correr. So I'm learning one sentence a day based off of a technique my brother showed me where he taught himself, I believe 5 to 7 languages fluently, where he was eventually paid by the state and the federal government to translate documents for them. So I'm using that technique to learn Spanish and French. Yesterday's sentence of the day is in front of you for Spanish. Más tarde deciden correr alrededor del lago como ejercicio. Again, más tarde deciden correr alrededor del lago como ejercicio. And I believe that sentence translates to later, they decided to run around the lake for exercise. The French version of that is plus tard, ils décident de courir autour du lac comme exercice. Plus tard, ils décident de courir autour du lac comme exercice. So my French is not as strong as my Spanish. Have invested more time in Spanish than I have French. So that's that. And so let's get on to today's verb and sentence of the day. The verb is to cook. In Spanish, that's cocinar, and in French, that's cuisiner. So you may have noticed, or maybe you knew already, that Spanish and French are pretty close together. And matter of fact, as far as the family go, I think it's Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Italian are pretty close. So I read some things that those are languages that are good to learn together. So I'm starting with Spanish and French. I have these same sentences or the same story in Portuguese and Italian. And the story is from my character Curb Appeal that my niece created. That's Curb Appeal right there. She's an animator. So reach out to me, shoot me a message or a text, and I'll pass it along to her so she can get some work done for you. but let's get back to the program. The Spanish sentence for today is al beber, curb ayuda a cocinar una cena saludable con la conjuro. Al beber, curb ayuda a cocinar una cena saludable con la conjuro. And the French version of that is en rentrant curb aide à cuisiner un dîner sain avec le kangaroo. So that sentence means, upon returning, Curb helps cook a healthy dinner with the kangaroo. So it's I got some ideas for the story. What I may end up doing is taking this one big story and then turn it into a bunch of short stories. So we'll see how that ends up going. And we are almost done. We got our nutrition in, our fitness, and I guess now it's time for our artist of the day. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this one for you right here. I've Trent, that's the guy you see in the background there. He is probably one of my favorite performers from Wednesday. I spent a lot of time documenting live music and I enjoyed it. And Trent was one of my favorites. And let's see what we got. Send to live video. Yeah, so Trent, it would definitely surprise me. I wasn't looking forward to going that day to check out Wednesday. I've been doing it for a while. You know, sometimes you're doing something you love and you wake up or you get to the time where it's time to do it and you just aren't feeling it that day, but you decide to go ahead and follow through with what you said you were going to do. And I did that, and I am so glad that I did because I had a wonderful time. Ended up meeting one of my latest favorite artists, Trent, and I hope you enjoy. You know, Trent might be your next favorite artist too. So check me out, awesomewebstore.com. Grow with us, shop with us, learn with us. And remember, spread love. It's the hip hop way. Peace.
Hello. How you guys doing? Wonderful. My name is Trent, and I am just an old punk that's been writing alt pop in my bedroom for the last 5 years. I write songs about growing up in the 21st century, dealing with existential crises while you're trying to pay insane rents and find love and joy and all that stuff. So if that's you in any capacity, I feel you. I hope you can relate to the music. This is the first time I've ever performed any of this, and the first time I've performed in like 5 years. So thank you for being here. This is special for me. This song is about greed and how it rules the world. Plus, she lose. Do you really want to break through? Break through. Plus, she lose. So what's to break me? You're waiting on me. Because on your face, you come scars in that place. Now you're down to the pain, inflicting everyone. You had to wash away, dripping red with blood on your head. For the day, who have you become? Frozen rivers from Fiji. And you can taste the time, but I don't wanna see feelings. You don't remember back to before, to how it was, to before, to how it was. Remember how it was, guys very much.